Hey guys, Jared back again, but this time I'm gonna change things up a little by turning this review into 2 short parts. That way you can watch what you want to and not waste time watching the stuff you don't. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now this is the Be Touch 2 from Ulefone. Now diving right into the box, we get the phone, a nice flat USB cable, charger, TPU case, spare film screen protector in addition to the one that's already installed, and an extra tempered glass screen protector. Now it comes in an all plastic body that looks an awful lot like the Meizu MX4, which does feel solid in the hand, but also lacks that more premium feel that other China phones in the same price range offer. We've got a 5.5 inch 1080p display, which seems to have a fairly accurate color gamut, which is really nice to see, but unfortunately the gamma level was set too high, so it does sort of make some colors look a tad bit off. And as a side effect, the display's dimmest brightness setting is much too bright for dark bedtime viewing. Now at the bottom, we've got our standard 3 navigation button configuration, but the capacitive buttons don't seem to have a backlight, which can get pretty annoying, especially in complete darkness. And yes, the home button looks exactly like the iPhone's home button, and what's more is that it too doubles as a fingerprint reader. And I gotta say, it works just as good as my S6 Edge or even iPhone for that matter. It even works upside down. For all I know, it's using the exact same tech. And I really like how you can save up to 5 fingerprints, and just like other phones, you can use the fingerprint reader to lock down and give added security to any app of your choice. A stock Android 5.1 Lollipop right out of the box, which was a pleasant surprise and definitely helps keep things running smoother than with a skin over top. It's running a MediaTek 6752 octa-core CPU with the standard Mali T760 GPU, a decent 3 gigs of RAM, and a 16 gigabyte single partitioned internal storage, which, correct me if I'm wrong, we all prefer. And with all that, performance has been pretty solid for the most part. Very rarely I did get the odd stutter, but when I try to reproduce it, it just goes back to being snappy again, and you can't deny that it is visibly snappy. Now, game performance has been awesome. I played several racing games as well as my favorite Shadowgun Dead Zone, and I didn't get any frame loss, but I did get a bit of lag when loading some in-game menus. Running Antutu's benchmark app, the Be Touch 2 was able to achieve a score of almost 45,000, so basically last year's major OEM flagship phone benchmark scores, which isn't too bad until you compare it to the almost 68,000 my Galaxy S6 Edge scored. So the speaker on the bottom, yeah, it works, but that's about it. It's very quiet. In fact, I have to raise the volume to a minimum of about 65%. Otherwise, it's as if the audio is muted, and when I do set it to a good audible level, there's just a ton of distortion. So my recommendation there would be to not really rely on the speaker when playing games or consuming media, more so headphones. Well, that's it for part 1. You can check out part 2 by clicking on the link in the description down below where I go over the camera and battery life. So go ahead and click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. But thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Cheers.